Kenny's Yacht Maintenance. We're gonna show you how to save your chairs. You got those tools you buy from the Home Depot or the hardware stores, and they made for outdoors, but the paint is not the best paint for exterior. So at some point you find a lot of corrosion because water sits on that surface and cause a lot of corrosion. Don't throw your chairs away. Hey, get this power tool. This is a cordless power tool, and you put this wheel on and you get rid of all the peeling paint and the corrosion, and then we will show you how to treat the corroded metal and get it painted and save your chair, get it brand new again. So here we go. First, it's important to wear eye goggles. Protect those eyes. Now, after getting the metal cleaned out, get all that corrosion, all that peeling paint, you get that off with the grinder and the wheel. Then you use this product, Osfo. Osfo will kill the rust. So basically, you use a brush and just paint the Osfo over the shiny metal surface. Just paint it and leave it. Paint it and leave it dry. Leave it out in the sun. The Osfo is going to dry and serve as a primer, but you still got to prime it anyway. But the Osfo will kill that rust. When the Osfo is dry, completely dry, that's when you want to apply a primer over that surface. So we're gonna leave this out in the sun, and it doesn't have to be primed today. It could be tomorrow, a couple days from now. Just let the primer sit, the Osfo sit and dry completely. So it's been a few days since I painted the surface of those tools with Osfo, and let it sat there for a while. Today I mixed up some 545 gray Awlgrip primer, and I'm gonna prime them with the 545 gray Awlgrip primer. The 545 is also anti-corrosive, so it helps with stopping the buildup of rust, especially the gray. For stuff like that, I would rather use the gray rather than the white. And this 545, it really gonna stick to the surface. It's like a glue. And let that dry, and then I will sand it, just a light sand, scuff the surface, and paint it with probably white is a good color, since those chairs sit out in the porch. Those tools sit out in the porch and they take the weather, also take the sun, and white will not get hot compared to black. So I probably will paint it white. So rather than throwing your tools away, save those things. This tool will last another 10-20 years if it's painted and painted with the right material. I'm using Awlgrip just because I'm a painter and I have Awlgrip in stock. You don't necessarily have to use Awlgrip. There's lots of other paint out there that is anti-corrosive. I will recommend a two-part paint because it's more durable, stands out better in the weather compared to a single part paint. So there's other paints out there you could get in the hardware store that's anti-corrosive, and it's a two-part epoxy paint. Any one of those paint will work. It doesn't necessarily have to be Awlgrip. I'm using Awlgrip because I have it. I have lots of Awlgrip. So I'm saying those stuff should not go to the bin because it has a few years on it. It sat outdoors and it get a little ugly. You could save those furnitures, those tools, those outdoor stuff. Just put a little love into them and let's save our landfill. Until then, I will come back with the results. Kenny's Yacht Maintenance, we do it all. I will sand them and then apply some paint over it. And she should be good. Stay tuned. Kenny's Yacht Maintenance, we are back with the completion of this bar stool. And I find some paint in my storeroom. It's Awlgrip paint. Funny color, I think it's called teal. Been sitting there for a few years, haven't used it, just decided to use it up today. So those chairs has been primed in the area that was rusting and peeling with all that corrosion, and I'm just gonna slap a coat of paint on and get it all protected again. So I'm gonna put my respirator on. After all, it's not a bad color. Basically, I'm just rolling the paint on and it settles pretty good. It's Awlgrip paint. It got its own settling agent in there and it settles pretty good. It's covering pretty good. Nice coverage with just one coat of paint. And on the top surface, I may just give it a second coat of paint. And as you could see, I'm not even using a brush. I'm basically just using the roller and just get it nicely covered everywhere. Just the roller. If I was gonna tip this thing, I would roll. This is how we roll and tip. Quick demonstration of how we roll and tip. I would roll, get coverage, and then I would tip it. Roll and tip. But there's no reason to roll and tip, but when I do the big boats, that's what I do. This is what rolling and tipping is all about. You get coverage everywhere, and then you would smooth it out nice and easy. You gotta have the technique for rolling and tipping, and I will do a video shortly of how to roll and tip. But that's how we would roll and tip. In this case, I'm just basically rolling. Okay, chair number 2, stool number 2. I'm basically just rolling the paint on. No need for tipping, but I will also show you how I would tip it if I was just rolling and tip. You get coverage everywhere with the roller, and then you would just use your brush nice and smoothly and tip it. But this is not a boat, it's a stool, but that's what rolling and tipping is all about. Roll, get the paint nice and wet, and then tip. And it levels out pretty good with the leveling agents that in the paint. And it looked like it was sprayed on. I'm gonna roll those stools with the paint, get a nice thick coat on so it's well protected from the weather. I'm just rolling the paint on, and it's flowing nice and easy. And they're pretty good chairs. A bar stool. They sit on the porch, they sit in the weather. Now they look pretty again. And the color is teal, T-E-E-L. It's a Awlgrip color. And with Awlgrip, if you store your Awlgrip in a nice, cool, weather temperature place, Awlgrip can sit there for 10 years or even more. This paint have been sitting in my storage area for at least 10 years, and it's good. I figure I'm gonna use it on those chairs, why not? So let's save our landfill. The whole idea is to save our landfills. Somebody would toss those chairs in the landfill. Good chairs, good stool that could be used again. Somebody could put it into use. Our landfills are growing by the day. In St. Thomas, Virgin Islands, our landfill is a man-made mountain. Man-made mountain. And look at those chairs. Look at those stools. Beautiful again. I could get another 10 years out of those chairs. So, at Kenny's Yacht Maintenance, we do it all. And we're working smarter and not harder. And as a tribute to the great late Wayne Foxman Adams, our local historian, Caribbean historian, musician, and political activist, he's dead and gone, But as in his name, I would like to say, keep on keeping on. Kenny's Yacht Maintenance, working smarter and not harder.